Me, Kat, and 2 others felt we are here to enjoy the trip, but also aren't blowing money just to spend, and we should all be paying for what we order. Lori said she ordered the second bottle because the light up candle sparkler excited her, and well, now she's expecting everybody to pay for the extra bottle. I went out of my way to email the club and asked for an itemized receipt, which I received the next day. Each bottle was about $222, along with 2 buckets of beer that was ordered and 1 bucket of Red Bull. We leave that as it is for now and just get ready for the next day dinner. And while at this dinner, me and Kat are starting to hear others make some comments or give certain looks or exclude us from pictures. Some comments were heard that night were make sure we all pay for what we ordered. When the check came, we were able to split it 4 ways, so everybody got into small groups. Me and Kat paid together, but since we're in Mexico, it took us time to go through the receipt and convert it from pesos to USD. Roughly for the check to go around the whole 4 groups, it took 30 minutes. But during the 30 minutes, we hear more comments. Why is this taking so long? Why can't we just split it evenly? Maybe because some people specifically are ordering shots back to back, Class Azul shots, and eating lobster tails like it's an open buffet. This is exactly why we shouldn't be splitting all bills evenly 10 ways. I kept my mouth shut. I never made comments back because it wasn't the time nor the place, and I kept telling myself they are the bride's sisters. After dinner, everybody went out except for me, Kat. We decided to go back to the hotel as we were already feeling uncomfortable with the continuous snarky comments. Kat was very emotional about the whole situation, especially how uncomfortable we were feeling, so much so that we looked up flights back home. But we slept on it and decided to speak to the bride instead. Next day, we, Kat and I, have a conversation with the bride. We express the comments people are making, how uncomfortable we are feeling. Kat is explaining her side and starts to cry a bit out of frustration. Kat mentions we looked at flights back home only for the bride to cut her off mid-sentence and says to us, if you want to leave, you can. To say I was disappointed is minimal. I was feeling sad, mad, and mostly misunderstood. We all spent so much money on flights and the hotel to come celebrate her, only for her to not see our side of things and be very defensive for the whole conversation. Me and Kat spoke privately and decided to try and put this to the side as we still have 3 days to go and try to make the best of our trip. The rest of the trip goes fine. We go back home and I don't reach out to the bride for about 3 weeks as I need space. I'm sure she wants space, and eventually my plan was to text her and meet for lunch or dinner to speak in person about the trip. Instead, I got a text of her deciding to end our friendship. She states I was very inappropriate on the trip, I was disrespectful to others, and that I don't celebrate her wins with her, especially on the most exciting trip of her life. I responded with what made the most sense to me. Very direct, honest, and not in any way disrespectful, but rather very disappointed in all of this. To not even give me the decency to see me in person, to speak, says a lot more about her than to me. I then blocked her on everything. I want to clarify, I was not being cheap or broke on this trip. I came on the trip with roughly $2,000 if needed, but not with the mindset of let me blow it all. So the question is, am I the a-hole? The post was deleted, so I'm looking at kind of like a repost of this, and based on the comments that were shared, it doesn't seem like people are on OP's side.